The main thing is the controls, right? There is zero ability to remap your controls. Like, none. Not even that. You can't even click on anything that shows you the keyboard mappings. Under the controller section, you can see all the mappings for a controller. You can't change them. Under keyboard controls, there's absolutely nothing. So you can't look here and say, oh, WASD, C to crouch. I want to remap that to control key, thank you. No, you can't do it. So I would like that. And the second thing is audio, right? There's many audio layers in the game, but you can't control them. The only controls you get in the audio is the master volume, okay? The music, so you can control the music relative to everything else, fine. The voiceovers, always useful. And then everything else is sound effects. So I can't control car engine audio, which is very loud, over the dialogue, because the car engine audio is always stupidly loud, and the spoken volume is often quite low. And then when you get down to the water in particular, the water is extremely loud. You'll be stood next to that creek there that's moving not even a foot a second. It's hardly moving at all, and yet it sounds like a waterfall. And it'll suddenly snap in, like you'll be walking around. I've done it. I've early in the stream was crouch walking towards that water, and then it went from nothing to just full on water audio. And then when that audio is playing, you can't even hear animal sounds nearby because it is so loud. So it's not a game breaker, but those things they could probably add without too much effort. I think they could give you more audio controls and give you more keyboard mapping controls. Something that can be fixed and would be a real quality of life feature, I think. And also it'd be nice if, you know, the hunter sense thing, it'd be nice if you could change the color, you know, like yellow on the floor, because quite a lot of the ground is very yellowy and it's really hard to see that. I don't know if colorblind people are going to struggle even more, but you know, nothing super significant. I've had issues where I've been stuck in trees, like walked up to a tree and then I can't move. If you go prone, you can usually get away from it. They're kind of bugs, but the audio definitely needs some love, I think, to fix it, because a lot of hunting involves using your ears as well as your eyes, so you really need to be able to hear things properly. And I think when you get near a river, forget it. You can't hear anything. I don't know if that helps at all. I think they did a roadmap. Somebody said they did do a roadmap of the game. And bows are on that roadmap. I don't know where you get your information from, but somebody said that bows are already on their roadmap. Maybe if somebody has a link to a roadmap, could they dig it out for us? That'd be useful. Trixum, thank you for 5 months. Skogtapan, thank you for 14. Yeah, so somebody that was asking earlier about time. So what you can do is you can come here and you can say, oh, I want to make it after sunset, right? And you'll just go to sleep. It's after sunset, it's dark. If you want to put your head torch on, you press H, it's quite bright. So you can just make it nighttime quite easily. You press P to go into photo mode, and then in photo mode you can change the time of day to whatever you want. So you want like a 7 AM or something picture, for example. Show the character, blah blah blah, change the depth of field, take a picture. And there's no, you don't have to make a payment to do it. You can just skip time and go back to the morning if you like, something like that. So it doesn't try to prevent you from playing the game however you want to play it. Yeah, which is nice. Passing of time is free. Incredible. I think for now, call the wild bits of the game and sheer amounts of content and engine. I think that's a totally unfair statement, Sherlock. You cannot compare a game to something that's been out over 5 years like that. What you have to say is, for the price, is this game, is the quality of the game, the playability of the game, and the content of the game worth it for me at its current price? Not, oh, it's not worth it because this 5-year-old game has more stuff. You've probably already got that game, and you're probably already playing it, and you probably already enjoyed it, and you've probably stopped playing it because you've run out of stuff to do and you're sick of DLC. Maybe. You have to judge a game on its own merits. You can't just compare it to a 5-year-old game like that. I don't think. No roadmap yet. Not released until the game after the release. That's in the official Discord. Right, so they don't... But somebody said that they plan to do bows. That's the thing. Hang on, we don't have a mission, do we? Take the water samples from the drinking zones. Ooh. Oh, you can fast travel to the campsite. You remember that thing we went to? Nice. Nice. We can fast travel to that. Why not? I'm comparing two games as they are right now. Why compare the version 1, Call of the Wild's engine? It's been around since 1 is better than this game. Okay, well... Okay, let's have a look at that. So Call of the Wild's engine is better than this game's engine. I disagree. Why do I disagree? Well, the graphics engine in Call of the Wild is arguably more refined than this. Right? This is the Unreal Engine. The clouds in this are not as good as the... I think it's called the Apex engine in Call of the Wild. This is not as polished as that engine. However, a hunting game... at its most fundamental, requires you to have good animal mechanics, like solid animal mechanics. You want the animals to behave as they would in the wild, as in they get spooked when they should, they run away and scatter, they regroup, they move from zone to zone, they behave as they should, right? I would say to you that this game, that the animal mechanics from what I've seen are better than Call of the Wild. Look at Call of the Wild's number one complaint. Well, number one complaint is the sheer amount of DLC they throw out and the quality of it, and that the fact they never go back and actually sort it out. That's the number one. The number two complaint is the animal physics and the way they move and the way they scatter and teleport around is so glitchy, and after 5 years it's still not been fixed. Anybody that plays Call of the Wild to any degree will tell you that. So I don't think that you can say that Call of the Wild's engine is better than this one. For that reason. Yeah, but now you change... Yeah, but Sherlock, now you've just changed your argument from Call of the Wild's engine to Call of the Wild's graphics. That's a wholly different thing. Would you look at this game and say that the graphics are not good enough, or would you say that they're just not quite as good as Call of the Wild? That's a different thing. In a game that's fundamentally about shooting animals, the number one requirement for a game like that is that the animals behave correctly, and that hunting them is a challenge, and if you do the right things, you get the kill. That's... If it doesn't do that, it's not really a hunting game, is it? Speaking of graphics, look at the distance drawn in this game. Well, that's the other thing. What is the distance that you can see an animal in Call of the Wild? What's the maximum distance that it will render an animal in Call of the Wild? 420. I've already seen animals over 500 away. I don't know what the limit is yet. 500 yards, right. So we have seen animals, what was it, 560 meters or something? Which is well over 600 yards, isn't it? I think Call of the Wild was like 450. It was somewhere around that mark. I don't think it was over 500. But I've already seen beyond that. This game's 850 meters. So, I mean, that's like about there, isn't it? That's about there. I think Call of the Wild would be somewhere about here. So you wouldn't see any animals in between there and there in Call of the Wild. And I don't care if Call of the Wild's clouds are better than this game. This game is good enough. I'm not looking at the clouds. Don't get me wrong. I totally appreciate the graphics and the immersion of Call of the Wild. I love the visuals in Call of the Wild. I really do. And I love the rain. I love the audio of the rain. It's fantastic. But when all's said and done, it's all about the hunting. And if you can't see something 600 meters away, move in and kill it, what's the point? What's the point if it looks good? If it doesn't go beyond 400 meters anyway. There's a question in the FAQ in Discord asking the word bows, and the devs answer is not. Is there will not be bows or crossbows? No, we know that. We know they're not at launch for paws. We know that. But somebody said they were coming. They were going to do it, but not at launch. But we've not seen any kind of written... Where are we going anyway? Take water samples from the drinking zones. What drinking zones? Any drinking zones? Well, that's cool, Stu. I mean, the fact that you can mod it is great, but I would put it to you, why do you need to mod it? Why does the base game not allow you to do that? I'm not clear on this mission. Take water sample and drink zone. April needs more help with the research. She needs you to check out a few drinking zones in case any of them can be source. Okay. So, just go to that. Something like that. All that does is very anti-modding. Well, oh my god. Oh, that was... Look at him run, that's brilliant. That's so cool. Car got in the way a little bit. I don't think there's anything dead over here, but we'll have a quick look. No, Miller, I've already done it, mate. We already did that earlier today. We was driving along and there was a pack just like that, so I ploughed through them. Just to see what the game would do with it, and it let me run them over, it killed them, and when I went over to it and inspected it, it just said roadkill. Not worth anything at all. No value. So, they did in fact think of that. I'm not seeing much in the way of blood around here. There was a little zone here we can grab. Ooh, mule deer eating. It's a rare zone. Which figures because there's a hunting cabin up there. Well, not really, Sherlock, because the animals were here. I just got in a truck and drove down here, and then they stood here, perhaps too long. They perhaps stood there too long, but they soon scattered. Sometimes, if you surprise an animal, sometimes it'll be like, what's going on? And then it will start running. Hunter Classic, yeah. Hunter Classic with a shotgun, holed up in one of those lie-down sleeping bag tent things, in the rain, jumping out of one, shooting ducks, and then getting your dog to retrieve them is still a fantastic experience. Right, so we just got one sample out of 4. Maybe we just go down the river and grab samples. It didn't dark snow, but thank you. That's 2. I've driven up on deer in the woods plenty of times, not super unrealistic at all. That's good to know. Yeah, hunting tracks in this game is definitely more of a challenge than Call of the Wild. Because like in Call of the Wild, it will just keep highlighting. You can just kind of keep running along, following the track. In this game, you have to physically stop, let the hunter sense kick in, and then look around. And it just like flashes for a second. It is something that you have to stop and do. It's not something that just automatically happens. I wonder if that will count as a different one. Yeah, I kind of prefer it myself as well, Newton. I like the way that you can't just run around the countryside chasing animal tracks. You have to kind of stop and analyze. It's good. Like as I'm running here, I see absolutely nothing. But when I stop and look, that's when I see stuff. I don't have a little tablet just showing me a lovely dotted trail of where everybody went. Like, I don't have that. Call April when the signal range from the terrace again. Okay.
Hit me up with the next request.
Okay, yes, wait.
A dog?
Hey, Webster. Oh, dear God.
Everything okay?
Yes, I just have here one very spoiled dog for observation, and he reacts to your voice every time.
Really? What's his name? Pupster?
Yes.
His name's I Like Pupster.
Pupster! Hi there. Who's a good boy?
Please, stop it.
It's like Alex talking to
Calm
pups.
down. Thanks for that. Well, talking about excited dogs, I will need samples from the animal's eating zone for testing.
Are you just making this up to punish me for getting Pupster excited?
No, I'm not.
Okay then, you can expect the most gourmet samples from the area.
I'm not going to be the one eating them, but thanks.
Animal food connoisseur. Collect samples from various eating zones. Oh god, that's a lot harder. 40 modding, thank you for 28 months. Astro Steve, thank you for 58. You are welcome, sir. Denology, thank you for almost a year. Yeah, I don't think I have as many discovered feeding zones as I do water zones, so this is going to be a bit of a pain. I have no idea if River and April are going to hook up, as you put it. Well, there's one. Let's find another. There's another. Yeah, they're just a reskin. They're just a reskin, but they're also free. Yeah, there's no early access for a pre-order. Thank you, Langus. That's one. Game Pass. I don't think it will be Wackaday, 'cause it's on Steam, isn't it? So, but I don't know. Maybe have a look at the website. Yeah, the driver physics is not particularly sophisticated at all. But at least this game lets you travel through water. Whereas Call of the Wild, like, if it's more than about 4 inches deep, it just goes, nope. Spooked mule deer. Oh, there they are. It's pretty cool. Looks fresh. That's 2. It's not on Game Pass currently. I might just take a trip this way. If we can. Go direct that way. I know animation is a bit clunky. I actually think it's pretty decent. I think the jumping, but when they're sort of... The jumping's not fantastic, but when they're walking and eating and looking around, lying down, it's pretty nice. Oh, this is just a wholly bad idea. It's not going to work. Love a dirt bike. Yeah, if they gave you a dirt bike, that'd be really nice. So there is a bit of a trail that runs along the ridge here. Jeep always land on its feet? I actually don't know. I've never tumbled it yet. We're good. Opportunistic shot right there. Jumped out the truck, dropped it to 50 meters. This thing's like, what's going on? Boom. Although it has run away. I definitely hit it. I saw it jump. It was about here somewhere. Thing is, if it was a heart shot, it would have dropped very quickly. Here we go. Here we go. Let me grab that first. Air bubbles, so it's definitely a lung shot, medium amount of blood. But I can't work out. Oh, there it is. It went this way. It went across this area here, then sort of turned. Spilled blood over the eating place, I know, right? That's messed it. Stray into the trees somewhere. Wait, where did that go? I think it's gone this way, but I can't really see a track. There we go. I expect to find it about here somewhere. Oh, that was a bit forward, wasn't it? Flesh, bone, right lung, left lung a bit later on. I think the bone took some of the energy out of it. That was the problem. Although it went all the way through. Just a little bit to the rear on that shot. It would have been instant. Yeah, it's still a good shot. It's just slightly off on the heart. Just slightly. B-Dub, thank you for tier 3. 51 months. Thank you, sir. So that was a mature male, 135 kilos, trophy rating 2, sell price 445, which is pretty decent. Only lost a kilo out of 135. 151 meters it made. I'll sell that. That's a bit of cash in the bank right there. Nice. Right, I grabbed the thingy from there. Let's go and get the car. How do you rate the trophy system compared to Call of the Wild's true rank system? I think the Call of the Wild system is more... Because it's like, what is it? Is it 1,000 points or something? It's like quite a spread of range. I think it's probably Call of the Wilds has it on that one. I think they should have looked at what Call of the Wild does and done something even better, and I don't think they've done that. Did you see that one? Did you see that bird, right? It was literally, its wings were like that, and it was just flying. That was hilarious. That really threw me off my shot then. It just jumped up the sky. Is it that one? Yeah. Oh, hang on, I see an animal there. Oh god, the downwind. Completely downwind. How far is that? It's quite a distance. Don't see the male, I just see the females. Yeah, he's still going. I was trying to get a heart shot, but I think we got lung. If they go on for like ages, you've probably only got one lung. So he came here and then did a right turn and went over this way, didn't he? New perk unlocked, like a ghost. Medium amount of blood with air bubbles, so yeah. Definitely a good lung shot. Blimey. I hope it's not bugged out in the water or something. So where's the next one after this? I see this one, and I don't see any over there. So it must have gone straight on or up. Where did it go? Yeah, but it must have dropped blood before the river. Like, where's the point of crossing the river? There's a bit there, look, see? There you go. There's that, and there's that. The last time we killed something and it crossed the water, we never found the body. And I'm beginning to wonder if that's going to happen again, if that's just a thing. What's that? Oh, we've picked it up this time. Wow, there's like 3 males in that pack. Oh man, that was nowhere near the heart. That just literally went through one lung. That was too high. Way too high. One star, single lung. Very low grade female though, so. Bit of money. Alright, let's see if we can find the trail off this one. I can't believe how many males were in that pack. Medium air bubbles. Cool. It was a stag do. Hey, see what you did there. Killed before the industry may have been a bug. It was either a bug or I just didn't find it. I don't know. But this one crossed the water and we found it, so... But yeah, the last one was replaced with the cartridge, wasn't it? I like it, hat trick. It's good fun. Ooh. Both lungs this time. So it went in the first lung and the second lung with a lot of energy. But yeah, look at that. Just a little bit to the right and it would have been game over instantly. straight through. Well, if you use a silencer, you have to have a subsonic round, and if you do that, you slow that. You have to take a lot of energy away from the round to do it. Jeff M, thank you for 45 months. Yep, thank you for your support, Jeff. 70%, so it wasn't a terrible one. 2-star. Mature, 148 kilos. Good price. That's a pretty good price, that one. Nice, I've got a chunk of change now. Let's get rid of that. Probably just teleport to that. It's nice actually having a place we can teleport to. So you can change time at a campsite as well as teleport to it. Not necessarily on Amici, but if you shoot a low percentage female, then it improves the rest of the population in the area. That's what the game mechanics do. If you kill the lower grade stuff, you end up with more higher grade stuff. Because that female can't reproduce, so you reproduce the higher grade ones reproduce. But I don't know how quickly the population changes in the game. That's unknown. Yeah, Sherlock, the way the monetary system in Call of the Wild is broken. There's no other way of putting it. It's genuinely just broken. Need to get that tier 6 and go moose hunting. That's where the money is. No, they don't understand balance. We're on top of a zone, but I can't see it. There it is. There we go. 4 out of 4. Boom! Go for a wander. Timbal, thank you for 30 months. Welcome. I heard that killing the females will lower the population of the animals. It's the low graphics males that you want to kill to increase the better genetics. You do want to kill the lower percentage males, yes. But equally, the lower percentage females will also help. Like, if you see a higher percentage female, in theory, you should probably leave it. Yeah? I mean, one male will obviously impregnate multiple females, but if you get rid of a low female, it can't reproduce. But yeah, culling a male is definitely more effective. But you've got to be careful, because if you overcull the males, there won't be enough to go around. So much going on. There's a bridge there, though. I want to go and get that bridge. That looks cool. No, there's no indicator showing you how much noise you're making or how visible you are. Which Would kind of be nice to have something. Well, the smell, it shows you your scent trail here, and you can see the wind indicator there, so you know which way your scent is blowing. Unlike Call of the Wild, there's no scent remover spray. So you can't, there's none of that at the moment. I agree, Wackaday. I really do hope they continue to build on it because, yeah, Call of the Wild has competition now. Which is only good. Now, male pheasant. We've got just the gun for you, sir. 100 meters. It's a bit far. Hang on, let me mark him. Wrong button. Why this game isn't Survivor. It's a hunting game, it's not a survival game. It doesn't profess to be a survival game. Come on, where are you? Let's go, boys. What? You're kidding me. Come on. Come on. Giving him a fighting chance. God, it's way too sensitive. I hate the aim sensitivity. It's like one tiny movement of the mouse. Whoosh. You can't get any kind of fine adjustment. I'll show you what you can change. So you've got zoom sensitivity vertical, right? So notice what I'm on here. Yeah, look sensitivity and zoom sensitivity. So we haven't got a scope. So does that mean technically we don't have this? So maybe it's just that? Right, so that changes our look sensitivity. But, I mean, even going from 100% to 10%, I'm still like that. And if I aim, it's still the same. Like, there's no difference. So I can't make that independent of that, which is dumb. Because you never want this as high as this. Because the whole point is you track an object and you aim and then you get much finer control because you lock on something like that. That's what you want to be doing. You can't do it. You try and control the sensitivity. Oh yeah, let's do the other one. Sorry, my bad. Look sensitivity, let's put that down. There you go. That's reduced it a lot. Hang on, let's put that back up to, I don't know, say 70. So we've got it on 70% now. Even that now is less than that, which means that it considers that to be zooming. So if I put that on 70 as well, then that should be the same as that. Which it kind of is, I think. Zoom, let's put that on like 10. Let's make it really obvious. So there. Yeah, that's more like it. So you can indeed adjust it. I was adjusting the wrong thing. Hang on. So let's see what we want it on. Which is... The problem with this, though, is actually what you want is you want a lux sensitivity, you want an ADS sensitivity, and then you want a zoom sensitivity for different zoom levels. A bit like what Siege does. You want to be able to adjust that so that the more zoomed in you are, the kind of more you want it to be less sensitive, if you see what I mean. Maybe you're a poor marksman. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, I can hold my own in shooters, I think. That's hard to see. But I think they need more sensitivity controls as well as more audio controls. And also, this thing is zeroed for 25 meters. So, you know, you've got to try and look at it and guess where 25 meters is. That heart, though. 16 gauge. Not enough energy, apparently, with a 16 gauge. It downed it, but it's not enough energy. I like that bridge. That was shot 1 of 2. Oh well, it's too late now. I didn't see that. Is that one of those other birds that we're meant to be getting? Nah, there's no fishing in this game. Missed. Good target practice. Yeah, we're getting the hang of it now. Yeah, I'd say that got it. Apparently still not enough energy. And the problem is that I don't think these kills are going to count towards that mission because you have to activate the mission for it to count. That one got right, it did indeed. I think you mean momentum, not inertia. Captain Flint. Inertia's like the resistance of an object to moving. Momentum is like the resistance to slow it down. It's the opposite. So yeah, you gotta get what you're saying. Like if it's flying through the air and you shoot it, it shouldn't drop. The momentum of it would keep it going. You ordered this on Steam last night? Nice. Oh, hello. Hello. What is this? 400 meters. Let's go have a little look over there, shall we? Hello, love. Oh, I can't. That's too deep. I can't get through that. I'm only 2 foot high. I do feel small in this game. It's kind of weird. I feel very low to the ground. It's not as bad as Call of the Wild for the deep water, though. Well, I wasn't going to say it, Pups, because if I said it, you'd have been having a go at me. Just like being in the land of the giants. Like, look how deep that water is. It just feels like... It feels like... The feet look okay, but it feels like your eye is not where your head is. It feels like your eye is where your shoulders are. That's what it feels like. Something not quite right. It could be. I don't know. I hope this terrain opens up. Like, even where his hand is on the screen, if you was holding binoculars, they'd be at waist height. So it kind of feels like your eyes are lower down in your chest. I don't know. Eagle Warrior, maybe, but I don't know. I hope they do a day one patch. You see, it's actually changed the binocular sensitivity as well. Because it considers that to be zoomed. So what have we got here? There's the male. I can't quite see if he's looking at us or he's facing away. Okay, mate. I always crawl like this when I'm crawling along the floor. There we go. That's better. See, if I'm prone, I don't have a good visibility on. That's definitely the male there, isn't it? 164 meters. And 62. Oh, that looked like it went through the heart for a second then. I thought that was insta-draw. That really shook it. It's still prancing around like Bambi though, look at it. I thought I dropped it then. I had to aim slightly high, Logan, because it was 160 meters and I was zeroed for 150. So I had to aim high, but maybe I was too high. There's a lot of trails around here. Small amount, muscle. No good. That's a shame. The vignette is what you get when you're in Hunter Sense. So it's not on unless you put it on. Hang on. I got wrecked. Maybe we'll go and see what this is. Kind of hoping it's a campsite, somewhere else we can teleport to. Can you stop hiding behind trees? That's a bit unfair. There we go. White-tailed deer drinking zone. Good to know. You don't have to buy the ammo. What you do is you go to the back of your Jeep or you go back to the hunting lodge, open up your storage, and your grandpa replenishes your ammo for free. You don't even need to buy it out of your currency, which is interesting. Not sure if I agree with it, to be honest. But then again, I don't really like Call of the Wild's pricing system either. Hello. Well, Grandpa's clearly rich. The price of items here reflect higher oil prices, are they gamified? They're all in, like, credits, so I think the most expensive gun in the game is, like, 6,000 credits, and we've already got 3,300. I've got the best scope in the game already. It cost me 3,000 credits, which is not a lot. So I'd say some stuff is possibly too cheap. I think by the time you played it for a day or two, you'll have all the stuff. Oh, that is annoying. That mail is hidden right there. Look at that. And he's moving. I'm not exactly sure where he went then. You reckon it was a gut shot? There's the blood there. It's not a gut shot, it'd be red and green. Air bubbles means lungs. Possibly only one lung, but we'll see. So I guess the animal's not suffering then. Where's the trail gone? Do we think he crossed the river? I think he did, didn't he? Well, definitely not a gut shot, Wonderful Gaming. If he isn't lunged or vital and runs off, where else could it be? Lung. So I was aiming for the heart, so that's my aim point, right? I was trying to hit that. And I wasn't far away. But I was definitely going to always hit the lung. The guts are back here. So it went straight through. And missed the heart by like 1 or 2 inches. But we hit both lungs. Right lung first, left lung second. So it was a good kill. It just wasn't quite what I wanted. But yeah, I died from lung bleeding. Lung damage to that one. We actually did a bit of damage to the heart, not much. Like a shockwave damage, I think. That was quite a good male as well. 186 mature. 4 stars? Oof. 4 stars. Pretty decent. I'll take that. I think I'll taxidermy the 5 stars. Yeah, happy with that. Right. Let's go on. Head to whatever this thing is. Gonna bring down the star ratings of the males? Well, I mean, I'm not sure what else you're supposed to do. Like, you're trying to earn some money as well. I'm not going to be over hunting this area. It'll be fine. I wonder if that's the rest of the pack, though. See, somebody said those animations don't look great. I don't agree with that. They've obviously done a lot of motion capture. Yeah, they've got arteries. You can definitely get arterial bleeding damage in this. They've like modeled the internals of the animal as well, which is really nice. I think they look the worst when they're jumping, but apart from that, the movement, when they're running and walking and grazing, it looks really good. Yeah, I don't know, Chris. Yeah, I remember the spine shot. They had to patch that out, didn't they? The spine shot. Because you could just wait till the animal went like that to feed and just hit it in the spine. And it was just insta-draw. And people were just racking up diamonds doing it. This looks like a campsite, which is awesome. Ooh, a rail track. Interesting. The wolves did look a bit weird. Although they kind of moved together in a pack pretty well. Nice. We've got 2 teleportation points now. Dear passerby, please ignore this humble request if you don't call yourself a hunter because I'm in need of one. I like the way they phrase that. To introduce myself, I am Meredith St. James. Yes, you will have heard of me. I am heir to St. James Hotels, and I accepted a bet with my grandfather to taste 50 different meat types from all over the world without ever getting my hands dirty. I'm slowly checking meat types off my list, and I wish to cross off another. Badger meat. I've heard they're overpopulated in this area, so I feel that this is the right place to do it. North American badgers are not usually hunted for meat, but I'm still determined to try it. Really? You want badger meat? Nice. So from here, you can, I think, you can change the passage of time here, and you can teleport here now, so we can always get back to this bit. We'll just go there and then we'll teleport back. Does it taste like chicken? I would imagine it doesn't, to be honest. I imagine it tastes not great. Could be wrong. Badger meat apparently goes nice with mushroom. What about snake? Ooh, snake. Does it go nice with that? Sometimes you think you've seen like an animal and you zoom in, there's just nothing there. Like that bit there, when you zoomed out, just look completely different. Do I have the Elite Edition? I actually don't know. Like Games Planet sent me the key. I don't know if it's the Elite Edition or not. If it's not, I'll be asking them for the Elite Edition. Frog? I would not eat frog. Nah. Horrible, slimy little creatures. Why would you want to eat that? Like, heck no. Yeah, snails. I wouldn't eat snails either. Honestly, if they're like wet and slimy, I have no interest in eating it. It's just it's an immediate texture problem. Frogs like it's a delicacy in Chinese cuisine. Well, it is in France as well. Doesn't mean say I'd eat it. Like in Asia, they eat a lot more things than I ever would. Yeah, they eat things like grasshoppers. You know, like honestly, they'll eat anything. If it moves, they'll eat it. I'm not like that. Grasshopper tastes okay. Dude. I don't believe you. This is a pretty insane hunting area. Look at you got a cracking view down here. You genuinely throw it when you saw piles of cooked tarantulas in the market. Yeah, it's not for me either. While stands are not mobile and mean, you have to change your tactics simply waiting. They also help you to great reducing your scent, visibility, and animal noise. But you have to sit around and wait. Wish this binocular zoom. I mean, you get such a view here. The railway track probably runs along there, doesn't it? Okay. Let's get back. Rangefinder of the binos at level 1, though, takes level 20 on Call of the Wild. An example of balked progression. Another example of balked progression.
Hey, it's River. Did the results come back?
Yes, and nothing was outside of the norm. We're on the right
Kind of
track.
feel like you don't want to
But
like the
we
game,
need
sure.
more if we want to stop the rumors. Biological analysis
You're trying to
of
find
the
things
actual
wrong with it.
flesh to check for any
There's
kind
plenty of
anomalies.
stuff wrong with Call of the Wild.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm no madam. And you're older than me.
It just feels like you're my superior.
I'm sorry. I just need this to end. Quickly. The rumor got way out of hand. But I feel less helpless with you here.
At your service. How's Pupster?
Don't even ask.
That was
I let
Pupster.
him out
I
of
love
his
it.
kennel yesterday to get some energy out, and he went right for my walkie-talkie to find where your voice disappeared. Now my walkie-talkie is slightly chewed up.
Hey, at least it's working.
After you get the samples, it will take a while to get the results, but I will keep you in the loop.
Meat is the answer, apparently. Harvest one omnivore, either fox or badger. Harvest one herbivore, either mule deer or white-tailed deer. Oh, there was a criticism called the wild, right.